It's your boy, Jeff Jones.
You know me. Read the tape. Check the tape. It's the upset specialist, Thomas Boykin.
Right, all right, all right. It is your boy, who, Mr. Mike Jones.
And this is 234 Sports Talk. Fellas, let's talk about it.
Let's
Let's
get
talk
it.
about it.
Let's get it.
Mr. Boykin, this should be a happy day for you. It should be a happy day for you. Your Pittsburgh Steelers are making moves. First of all, you guys got Russell Wilson, and now you guys have Mr. Justin Fields for a 2025 sixth-round pick. My goodness, the Bears, I don't know what they're doing over there. Fellas, as you look at this move that the Pittsburgh Steelers have made, what do you think about this? And what will this bring to the Pittsburgh Steelers as far as their offense goes?
Well, since it's my squad, I'll say this. um, what this does is solidify the quarterback position for a good long time. Even if Russ decides to leave after his 1 year, Justin is signed for multiple years and will have time for at least the 1 year to study Russ, what he does with the offense, what the offense is capable of. I think the one thing that was lacking for us last year was quarterback play. Although, granted, we didn't get a lot of time, we did run the ball efficiently, but we didn't get great quarterback play throwing the football. So what this does is gives us a little more stability with throwing the football down the field. Now, the big problem is with us losing Deontay Johnson, we have to address a wide receiver position that's open at least for a two spot because Pickens is still there. Pickens is still going to be a really good, legitimate target for us. Him and Freiermuth, tight end. So we'll see what this does, but it should give us a lot of stability with quarterback play, with reading plays, reading defenses, moving the football. It should be an upgrade from what we did last year. And since we went 5-1 in division last year, we should be on pace if everything goes as planned. We should be on pace, possibly to win the division. We'll see. But I think we'll make a challenge for the division. What do you got on it, MJ?
Yeah, man. I think for the Steelers, man, this is great news. It's been many, many years, man. As far as with the Steelers dealing with some questionable quarterback play. Even I'm gonna go back to even Big Ben last year. His quarterback play wasn't that good, and so they
Absolutely.
haven't had good quarterback play in a while. And as we know, man, in this league and even in college, man, if you don't have great quarterback play, man, your team really don't stand a chance. And so I think that they have brought in two more than capable players quarter at the quarterback position that you can either flip them out. To me, I think Fields could come in there and start if they want to go that route. But we know Russ more than likely is going to be the starter. But I like what they did, man, and they got both players at a nice deal. You know, they didn't have to break the bank to get them. So that's definitely going to help the Steelers. Along with the Steelers running game, you know, that has always been an important piece of their offense. Um, Not for sure what their offensive line is going to look like this year, but I just think just the quarterback play in itself sometimes can help an offensive line. So you know,
Absolutely.
I think like you said, Thomas too. I like the wide receivers that Pittsburgh got. You know, I don't know if they want to do anything else at the wide receiver position or the tight end position, but man, this is awesome news for that offense anyway. And defensively, you know, the Steelers always been pretty decent on defense. So, you know, I think Steelers are going to be contending. in fact, last year they did very good within their own division. And so, this year right here, maybe they can sit and take it a step further and beat those cupcake teams that they lost to last year. So this is great news. And Thomas, I am so happy for you, man. I hate to see you some days when you on Monday when you were talking about, man, and we just had a quarterback, man.
Yep.
So man, so
Quarterback play was key.
congratulations.
Actually, like you were saying at the end of what you said, even at the end of last year, we were a couple of holding calls away from beating Buffalo in the playoffs. So, and that came also down to quarterback play. So this is significant for that piece of offense that we need. So this is good moves for us.
The problem, and I heard a lot of people talk about this, Tom, and you know this well. You might you know this too, Mike Jones. The problem with the Steelers is they didn't plan for the future after Ben retired, Big Ben retired.
No.
And that really hurt them.
Yeah.
Because they really, like I said, they didn't have a quarterback, a go-to. Trubisky came in there, and I really thought Trubisky might do something, but nah, it didn't happen. And then, your boy Mason Rudolph, it just didn't, I don't know, they just didn't have a backup plan. And you got to have a backup plan. And now you got these two, and what do you think about as far as Russ? A lot of people felt like Russ was all done. He's washed up. Do you guys feel like Russ is washed up?
Nah. Russ was in a position with Denver to where him and the head coach was at odds on offense. He didn't really like being under their coach, and the coach really didn't want to have him run his offense. So it was oil and water running offense, and it showed. The record showed in how they played. So this is a relief for Denver because they're probably fixing like, well, we got rid of Russ, so we can do better. The problem with Denver is still the offensive line. Russ was running for his life in Denver because they had no line. So this will be good for resurrecting Russ's career. The Pittsburgh offensive line still has some work to do. They're better than what Denver is going through, but it should give him time, and he doesn't necessarily have to hold the ball. He has two good running backs that he can hand the ball off to, so that works in his favor. But Russ being done now, he's still going to be a Super Bowl quarterback that Justin Fields can learn from. He can understand nuances, how to read defenses, how to put players in right positions to make the defense adjust to what you want. These are things that can help Justin Fields. What you got on it, MJ?
Yeah, I really, it's hard for me to say on Russell Wilson right now because, yeah, I understand he left a bad situation in Denver. With that team had issues. It had a lot of issues. But I'm not really for sure what I'm getting with Russell. And hopefully we will see. When he left Seattle, they let him go rather easily, and so, I don't know what the deal was with him at Seattle, right at the very end either. So I'm willing to see what's going to happen with him with the Steelers, and also, a lot does, for a quarterback to be successful, like you said, Thomas, it has to be that offensive line, but also the offensive coordinator. Who's your offensive coordinator? Because if he has a bad offensive coordinator, it won't do him any justice. But hopefully he has a good offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh that can utilize his talent. I'm not for sure Russell is the same quarterback that's going to get out the pocket and run down the field like he used to do. Is he more sit back in the pocket and wing it? We know Justin Field can get out the pocket nowadays because he's young legs. And so it's gonna be interesting to see if it was all Russell in well, we know it wasn't all Russell in Denver. But
No,
I
it
just want to
wasn't.
see because I'm not for sure what I got in Russell, man. But I think it's gonna be a whole lot better than what we saw in Denver.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I 100% agree. 100% agree.
Well, they're saying that if the Steelers play Fields 51% of the if he takes 51% of the snaps, then that 6th round pick becomes a 4th round pick.
Wow.
So they're gonna be keeping eyes on that, keeping
Well,
tabs on that.
I can almost guarantee you Russ is going to start. Like
Definitely.
95% of the games, Russ is going to start. I
Yeah.
guarantee, unless the only way that contract gets dishonored is if Russ gets hurt. Then it's going to be a problem. But, well, not a problem for us, for him playing, but, contractually, with what we giving up draft pick wise, it'll be an issue because now we're looking at giving a higher draft pick because of his playing status. So it's just all on Russ staying healthy.
And I'm
I
gonna
think
tell you
this is a
too, man.
win-win situation.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say too, man. If there was a place that Russ could go, to get back on track, man, it was Pittsburgh, man. He gonna love playing for Mike Tomlin. I heard it,
Absolutely.
Mike Tomlin, man. He's a great coach to play for. So he definitely went to the right place.
I think the way we got this set up is almost similar to how we had it in Seattle before they broke all that team up. They're pretty much on pace on that kind of level with Pittsburgh to make him almost feel like, I got a game-winning defense. All I needed to do is score a couple of points, and my defense will lock it down. So it almost is like going back to Seattle for him.
All right, fellas. Well, we shall see what happens, and I want to wish the best for Mr. Thomas Boykin's Pittsburgh Steelers. I know this brighten up your day hearing all about this news because this practically fell in y'all lap. These two guys.
That was shocking because I was not expecting anything like that. I was not expecting for us to lose Pickett. That I was not expecting. So, all in all, good upgrade at quarterback.
Yes, sir. Well, fellas, sticking with the NFL theme, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry. He goes to the Baltimore Ravens to help out Mr. Lamar Jackson, fellas. Saquon Barkley, my goodness, goes to Mike Jones, Philadelphia Eagles. Fellas, what do you think about these two running backs finding new teams?
I'm gonna speak on Derrick Henry because now I got to see this cat twice every year. This is gonna be a challenge trying to tackle this cat when it's -10 and cold and snowy. You're trying to hit this big boy, and it ain't gonna be an easy task. It's definitely gonna help Lamar. It's definitely gonna take some punishment off of Lamar with running the football. With a premier back like that, it's gonna help him a lot. They already have a pretty good grasp of the passing game. They have good receivers. They have a pretty good offensive line to get Lamar time as needed, other than when he was playing with Kansas City, because Kansas City was making him rush all over the place, but that's a whole nother topic. But other than that, they have a good grasp on the passing game, and Lamar does well in the passing game with the receivers he has. So this is going to be a welcome addition to have a running back that can run between the tackles and with great effectiveness and on first down or second down and take a lot of pressure off of them. What you got on it, MJ?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna take Saquon Barkley. I think, man, for the Philadelphia Eagles, man, that's some good welcoming news too. But you know, Philly, they've had some good backs over the course of the past couple of years, but I don't think they've
Mm-hmm.
had one that is as elite as Barkley, especially coming out of college and whatnot. And that's definitely gonna help Jalen Hurts in the passing game. And I also look at it, sometimes you still can use Jalen Hurts' legs in it because now
Absolutely.
you got a two-headed monster in the backfield. You think Henry getting the ball, he keeping the ball. And I mean not Henry, but you gonna think Barkley's getting the ball, but Hurts can pull it and go around the end and 30, 40 yards.
Absolutely.
And so this is a great pickup for Philadelphia, man. And don't know what the Giants were thinking about when they traded him to a division rival, but it so happened they did it. And Barkley, he was. I don't think he was ever happy with the Giants, and so hopefully he's found a home, in Philly, and help them boys get back to the Super Bowl.
I think also what Saquon Barkley does for you is give you a running back that can catch the ball out of the backfield because he's a great receiver and he's a great route runner. Uh, he's gonna be a monster for Philly. He really is. He's gonna be one of them elite guys that they get in the backfield. They haven't had an elite guy since LaShawn McCoy. So they it's going to be a definite upgrade in the backfield, and I'm sure Jalen is going to welcome that as far as somebody where he can pitch the ball to or throw the ball to on screens and swings. So yeah, that's going to help a lot.
But one thing too, guys, is the only thing concerns me, and maybe I shouldn't be concerned, is Barkley staying healthy. He needs to stay healthy
Facts,
because you're not
facts,
healthy and you're not on the field, you're staying hurt. It does the
facts.
team, it doesn't do them any good. So we need for you to be able to play a whole full season, Barkley. And if you're capable of doing that, man, sky's the limit, man, for you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, fellas, when we look at these upgrades, I like to call it an upgrade. Uh, do you think that the Eagles made out better, or do you think the Ravens made out better?
Uh, I think overall, I think the Eagles came out better. They got a more versatile back. Don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is one heck of a back. He's proven that he has longevity. He's taken the punishment, and he's a good back. But Saquon is one of those elite running backs that knows how to find holes and do other things to help you win games. And even with blitz pickups and blocking protection, he's good at it. So I think Saquon was the steal for Philadelphia.
Now I'm gonna go the other direction, and I think Derrick Henry. I think Baltimore came out better, and the reason why is if we look at some of those games, I think that when Baltimore lost, I think they was depending on, for whatever reason, Lamar, he didn't want to run. You know what I mean? When they needed to get 3 or 4 yards, it seemed like they was depending a lot on him throwing that ball down the field. Now, man, I just think you can play a complete style of a ball game and run, be balanced. Take a lot. I think it takes a lot of pressure off of Lamar Jackson, man, and
Oh,
Henry
he
is going to
does.
get you those 3 and 4 yards that normally, if normally Jackson would get those with his legs, so he don't got to do that, but the option would still be there for him. But I think, man, it definitely gives Baltimore so much more that they can do in that offense with a big back like that with him.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Derrick. Derrick is a very accomplished running back. Don't get me wrong. And I think the only thing that made Saquon Barkley leave the Giants was money. He didn't want to take he sacrificed money in the long term, but he wanted his money now so he can, get on with his career. And New York just wasn't having it, which if you go back and look at what Saquon did for New York, Saquon was 90% of their offense. And it showed when he was out, it showed that they missed him because their offense plummeted a lot, dismally. So, I mean, Saquon is a big difference maker. I'll give him that. He's a big difference maker.
Check this out. This is what's so crazy about New York. Like you said, Saquon was probably 80% of that offense, but you pay the big money to Daniel Jones.
Thanks.
Why you didn't pay Barkley this money if he's most of the production of your offense? That don't make sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't. But it's New York. It's New York. It doesn't have to make sense. It's New York.
But look, also too though, that right there also shows the disrespect that the league has been given to running backs as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're gonna pay a mediocre quarterback all this money, and you got a player on the team, but because he's a running back, he don't deserve a lot of money. General managers and stuff like that, they're gonna have to get away from that mindset, man. You're gonna have to start paying some of these running backs because to me, they are still valuable in an offense.
Running backs make the offense go. Don't care what you say, don't care how you slice it. Running backs make the offense go. They're part of your running game. They're part of your blitz pickup packages. They're part of your pass packages. They're the most versatile person on your football team. I don't know why you don't pay these people to be that versatile. I just don't get that.
You guys must have been reading my mind because that's where I was going next. When you look at these running backs, we talking some making 7 million, some making, I believe it's high, maybe about 10 million, but between $7 and $10 million mark. When Aaron Jones went over to Minnesota, he was asking for, I believe it was 15 million or 17 million from the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, I believe it was 17 or 15, somewhere in there in that ballpark. And he only got 7 million. The Packers, of course, they let him walk. And then he goes over to the Minnesota Vikings. He only gets 7 million. I thought that was a slap in the face myself, but I guess I don't know. I don't understand it, man.
I don't understand if you left because you were making 7 million and you wanted to go up in your contract, but you're going to take 7 million from a division rival and go there and still not upgrading. No, especially when I just came off of nearly going to a Super Bowl last year with Green Bay. Why would I leave? If I'm gonna keep 7 million, I can keep 7 million and be a contender.
Yeah, I believe it was 15 he wanted. 15 he wanted, and they offered him 12. But he had been taking pay cuts, so Jones wanted to get paid, and I understand that.
Unless Minnesota structured it to where maybe he can get some of that money, on how they structured it. They probably structured it a little bit different than how Green Bay tried to structure it for him.
I believe he only got a 1-year deal there, Mike.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe if he plays well, maybe they told him, hey, we can talk.
It might be like some of these things that they do, it might be a play incentive that how he does is incentive on if he gets another contract or a longer contract. There might be target numbers that he has to hit in order for them to extend him or give him a multi-year deal.
Yeah, and I do get it. Jones has been hurt a lot. So you're taking a gamble anytime you sign somebody. We know that. So, well, we just wish the best for these guys. Wish the
Absolutely.
best for them. Fellas,
Absolutely.
we want to turn our attention to July 20th. July 20th. It's going down. We talked about it before. But there's been a concern about this Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. I'm hearing a lot of some of the older professional boxers that have retired say that they're concerned about Mike Tyson's health. I saw a report where one doctor said he's concerned about Mike Tyson's health, saying because of Mike's former bout with alcoholism, that it would be easier for blood vessels in his brain to burst if he would fight. So they're concerned about his health. Fellas, when we look at this fight coming up July 20th, do you think there's need to be concerned about Mr. Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul?
Nah, I think it needs to be concerned for Jake Paul's health during the fight. Because this guy is, I mean, if you sit back and watch the training videos and watch this, they showed the two side by side. They showed Jake Paul's jab style and power puncher style and Mike Tyson bobbing and weaving, throwing the body shots, throwing the uppercuts. Dude, I'm trying to tell you, this guy is in a lot of trouble. He's bitten off more than what he can chew. You're talking about fighting a guy that is a former heavyweight champion, that was a former heavyweight champion for a lot of years. We're not talking about no 1 or 2 year stint. We talking about a guy that ran the table for probably 5, 6 years and understands the game, understands how to get in shape, and understand what it takes to get somebody that ain't a pro out of there. So, I mean, I'm looking at style difference. I'm looking at, yeah, Jake might be taller, but does he have enough power and enough quickness to get the ducking style of Tyson? I don't know. Mike might work that to his advantage like he did in his early career, using his height to his advantage. Hard to hit. And he's not one to sit still. And if Jake thinks that he's going to go in and not move and go toe to toe with him, he's going to sleep. He's going to be put to sleep. Mike Tyson don't want you to move. It makes it less work for him. You're going to stand there and throw punches? Yeah, okay. Bad move on your part. If I'm Jake, I'm jabbing, I'm moving. If he gets close, tying him up. I'm going to make him fight me for at least 10 rounds. I'm going to make him struggle and battle for 10 rounds. If you go in here and think you're going to go on a slugfest with this guy, you're not thinking this through all the way. What you got on it, MJ?
Yeah, you know, my thing with Mike Tyson is, and it's a little bit different than him and George Foreman, because I think George Foreman was what 40, 45 or something like that
Yeah,
when
so
he
when he won the belt, I think he was like 45 or 44.
yeah. So man, Mike is when you talking about almost 60 years old. Now don't get it wrong. Now I mean, my concern with Mike Tyson is not that he don't like he didn't forgot how to box. We know Mike still know how to throw, the jabs, the punches. We know he can still do his thing. My thing is how conditioned is Mike, and then also when you're talking about a 57, 58, 59-year-old man, man, and you talk about, all type of things could possibly go wrong,
There's that
at that age. I mean, we haven't really seen it. At least, I don't really know, back in the day, past, Muhammad Ali, how long them guys used to box. I don't know what their, how long they stayed in the ring as far as age wise, but if Mike is gonna get Jake Paul, I think he has to close the ring off, and he's gonna have to keep him isolated in the area. and put those body blows, body punches on Jake early and often, make him feel that power. And because Mike still got the power. Now I have seen some exhibitions, of him sparring. He still has that power. So Jake definitely he can't take those body shots early. If he do, he gonna leave himself, like you said, Thomas, he gonna leave that right there open, and Mike is gonna take advantage of it. But if Mike can't get him on the canvas early in the early rounds, I kind of worry about Mike in the later rounds if it goes like that, and that's where the conditioning kind of worries me with Mike. But other than that, if he don't have to go the distance, man, Mike should win this match early.
Fellas, one thing I do is I got an eye for fights, or boxers rather. Got an eye for them, and I've examined Jake Paul's style, and looking at Jake Paul's style, there's no way. Listen to me close. There's no way that Mike Tyson should even go any more than 2 rounds with this cat. I think Mike Tyson gonna lay this cat out, man. I'm telling you. I think Mike Tyson gonna lay this cat out, man. I think he gonna knock him out cold. And I think Jake Paul gonna have to really reevaluate, is this what he really wants to do? That's my prediction. I don't think this fight going 2 rounds.
Yeah, and Jeff, I will agree with you, man. And I haven't really watched Jake Paul. I've seen some clips here and there of him winning a fight here and there. But like you said, he's fought a lot of celebrities and some older boxers and stuff like this. So I don't really know, if he can box, to be honest with you. But yeah, if Mike Tyson hold true to form of being a boxer like he is, then like you said, that first, second, like I said, it shouldn't even go beyond the first round, to be honest. It might close the ring off. So I don't know. Jake might call it off before July 20th. Go in there like Butterbean, take that one shot. What was it, McNeely? Take that one shot, get paid.
Hey, like I said, it ain't sunk in up here yet. You speaking it, but it ain't sunk in up here yet. When it's sinking up here, dude, I'm really fighting Mike Tyson. The Mike Tyson. I'm fighting the Mike Tyson.
Look, the one that bit, just to show how wild and crazy Mike was, he bit off a man's ear. I'm getting in the ring with this animal. That's like getting in the ring with a silverback. You don't know, man, come on.
Hey, bruh. It ain't gonna be pretty. I'm gonna tell you that. It's not gonna be pretty. It's not.
Well, fellas, I watched when he fought Tommy Fury, Jake Paul, and Tommy Fury, man, the boxing skills, his boxing skills are more elite. And we talking about Mike Tyson, who was champion, man, undisputed heavyweight champ. And here it is, Tommy Fury is taking this cat to school, man. And when you look at what Mike Tyson is going to do to this guy, man, I'm telling you guys, just watch and see, man. Watch and see.
Hey, what my
Watch and
brother
see.
would say, if he wins this fight, it's point shade.
Man, let me tell you this. Hey, if Jake Paul win this fight, it's fixed.
It's point shaving, I'm telling you.
It's fixed. It's fixed.
In my words, in my famous words, that's cheating.
Well, fellas, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Anthony Joshua just had a knockout win.
Yes, sir.
Fellas, would you like to see him and Tyson Fury go at it? Because everybody's been wanting this fight for years now. Would you like to see that happen? And if that were to happen, who do you think will win that fight?
I want to see that fight happen. I think it would be a very entertaining fight. I think Joshua has power. Definitely the Gypsy King has power. But the Gypsy King also can box you. Now, the only thing that I worry about with Joshua is Joshua's chin. There has been times in the last couple fights where his chin has been very tested, and he hasn't been hit by the likes of the Gypsy King, who's very, very heavy-handed. So you talking about getting hit with one of those shots, it might be a problem for him. But at the same token, you go back and balance a fight. Both of them fought in Ngannou. Gypsy King with the distance, Joshua knocked him out. I don't know what the training difference was. I don't know what the power difference was. I don't know if, Gypsy King took Ngannou lightly. I don't know. But all I know is the facts is the Gypsy King beat him on split decision. Joshua knocked him out. So is it reason to say that probably Joshua knocks Gypsy King out? Probably not. Because of the one fight we watched, the two fights, we watched the Gypsy King with Wilder, and Wilder hit him with a bulldozer. And the cat got up. So apparently Gypsy King can take a shot. So we would have to see if Joshua can take a Gypsy King right hand and how he recovers from a Gypsy King right hand. And not only that, he's going to be outweighed because the Gypsy King is a heavy dude. He's going to lean on him in the corner. He's going to put the weight on him to wear him out. We'll see how he responds. What you got on him, MJ?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the fight. I mean, it's not anything I would request, but I'm gonna go with Tyson Fury, man. I've always thought he's a big slug. Like you said, heavy-handed. It's hard to take the man down. Like you said, he lean on you. He just a big dude, man. He just a big slug, man. And he just somebody, man, you can hit on, and you wear yourself out, man, trying to knock him out, man. And just for that fact alone, I would take Tyson Fury in this.
I agree, Mr. Jones. I agree. When I look at these two fellas, Tyson Fury definitely, you got to give him the edge as far as boxing skills. I think he's a better boxer than Joshua, and like you said, Mr. Boykin, the thing that worries me about Anthony Joshua is that chin. And I don't think that if he get hit with something good and clean from Fury, he's not getting up.
No.
He's not getting up. I promise you he's not getting up. So I don't think that. I think that, but first of all, we have to say this though. The Gypsy King would have to come into that fight serious, because when he fought in Ngannou, he didn't come in there serious. That was the whole problem with that. He came in there out of shape. He ain't look too good against that guy. He should have made quick work of that guy.
And
I think he
Ngannou
should have been
almost took
done.
him out.
Exactly. He got caught with a good shot, but he got back up. And see, that's what I'm saying. That's another thing. The Gypsy King got that chin, man. He got a solid chin, and he'll get back up. I don't think Joshua can, unless Joshua can pull together a bunch of combinations and just really wear him down and then catch him with some good shots. Maybe he might get a chance to knock him out, but he got to put some combinations together in order to do that. If he don't put a bunch of combinations together and hurt him, he's not going to knock him out. I think the Gypsy King be able to take his best shots. So I got Tyson Fury. If they were to fight, I got Tyson Fury winning this one, and I got Tyson Fury winning this. I say by 7 rounds. 7 rounds.
It would be an interesting fight, just to see how Joshua trains for this fight.
I think he would train like his life depended on it, Mr. Boykin. I really do. Because I think,
Better.
you know, I always question, he went through a spell where I question his heart. I'm gonna just say it like that. I question his heart. I felt like his heart wasn't truly in boxing. There was a disconnect there. But now, you know, he's seen what he's reminded of what he's capable of doing now with this knockout, this second round knockout. So I think that now he's saying to himself, okay, man, if I really get in there and I train, then this is the results. You know, I could put in some damage on these cats. But once again, man, that's a tall glass, man. That's a tall task. That's a tall task.
Big time. Big time.
All right, fellas. We shall see what happens there. And let's turn our attention to some of our greatest of all time.
I like goats.
Our greatest of all time. But this time, we want to just go top 3.
Okay.
We don't want to go top 5. We want to go top 3.
Okay.
In your mind, who were the greatest top 3 shot blockers of all time in the NBA?
Okay.
I got the wheel spinning.
I'm good. I already know who number 3 is for me. I already know who number 3 is for me. And I consider him one of the best to ever do it. I like to go with at number 3, number 55, Mount Mutombo.
Oh man.
For me, that's number 3.
Well, you know, that's actually that's who I was gonna roll with, Thomas Mutombo. You know, he was one of the best to do it, man. You know, he made it his thing. You know, you're not gonna dunk on me, I'm gonna block you. You know, and he would do it. He's a big fella. You know, so yeah, my number 3 is Mutombo as well.
At my number 3, fellas, is not Mutombo, but it's the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Good pick.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Good pick.
It's my number 3, fellas.
Good pick. Good pick.
Who's your number 2?
I like it. I like Kareem at number 2.
Oh, that's my number 3.
Or your number 3.
Yes, sir.
Your number 3.
Now we looking at number 2, fellas. Who you guys, think is your number 2 best or greatest shot blocker of all time?
I gotta go old school for my number 2 guy. I gotta go old school. Boston Celtics, Mr. Bill Russell. I think I'd have to go with him as the number 2 shot blocker of all time.
Like it.
I don't know, man. This guy, man, he's not old, he's not young. I'm gonna go with Ben Wallace.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Good choice.
I like that.
Good choice.
The Afro.
Good choice. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, Big Ben was a bad boy in that paint, man. You went up in there, you was asking for trouble.
Ben held his own. He wasn't gonna back down from you, that's for sure. He was not gonna back down from you.
All right, let me hit y'all with my number 2. My number 2 was y'all number 3. Dikembe Mutombo.
Yep. The finger.
That's my number 2.
No.
Did y'all ever see the when Michael Jordan said that Mutombo told him, "Oh, you never dunked on me. You never dunked on me." And Mike said, "Okay, we're gonna make it happen." Mike gave it right back to him.
Yeah, he said, no, 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 don't jump. No, 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 don't jump.
All right, fellas, we have arrived at number one. Number one. If DJ Superman was in the mix, who is the greatest all-time shot block that the NBA has ever seen?
For me,
Hit me with it.
Look, for me, it's easy because he owns pretty much every big man record there ever is. I gotta go with the big Wilt, the Stilt, Chamberlain.
Yeah, I mean that's my number one pick as well with Chamberlain. I'm not for sure when the NBA made that rule of goaltending. I don't know if he was part of the reason why that was a rule change or a rule implemented. But looking at his highlights back in the day, man, anything that went up near him, it was going back the other way, or he was just grabbing it out the air.
Start a fast break. Start a fast break with your shot.
Right. Overall, he's the best that I've ever seen do it.
You can't deny it. You cannot deny it, fellas. I love y'all number one. I love it. But the other Mr. Jones is thinking outside the box.
Okay.
I'm going outside the box, guys.
Okay.
My number one greatest shot blocker of all time that the NBA has ever seen is the Dream.
Okay.
The
That
Dream.
was going to be my honorary pick.
Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon is my number one greatest shot blocker that the NBA has ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Get the tape.
Mm-hmm.
Get the tape.
Absolutely. Check the tape.
Any honorable mentions? Any honorable mentions before we get out of here?
Absolutely. I'll go one. Another Georgetown grad, Mr. Patrick Ewing.
I knew it was coming. I like it.
I got one. Mr. David Robinson.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
The captain.
Yes, sir. The admiral.
Definitely,
yes, sir.
man. I got one for you fellas. Mr. Ralph Sampson.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes,
Honorable
sir.
mentions.
Yes, sir.
I think we could go on and on with this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you a great shot blocker that wasn't a big man that would catch you on the weak side, and that was Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Yes,
exactly.
sir. Yes, sir. Now, quiet as it's kept, your boy is a great shot blocker, whether I agree with it or not, much as I don't like him or not. But Mr. LeBron James is a great shot blocker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Fellas, I'm going to go old school on y'all. Tree Rollins.
Okay.
Tree Rollins, fellas.
Okay.
I told you I was going old school on y'all.
Okay.
Tree Rollins.
Since you want to go old school, I'm going to take you down south to San Antonio. And we ain't talking David Robinson. We talking Artis Gilmore.
Okay. Oh, man, yeah.
I got one for you. Once again, not a big man, but Mr. 6'7", I believe, 6'8", Mr. Dominique Wilkins.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
He would throw your stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm finna hit you guys with one. Alonzo morning.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
First.
Another Georgetown grad.
Yes, sir.
Another Georgetown grad. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What y'all got?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely. That dude, that was one of the ooh-wees. That was one of the ooh-wees. But I'm gonna hit you with one that we put on our all-time dunk list. That was a great shot blocker.
Yes, sir. Know where you
That
going?
wore number 40 for the Seattle Supersonics.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Sean Kemp.
I got one for you. Come out of Duke University.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Kristen Lakeler.
Come on, man. Boo! Boo! Boo!
Hey.
Boo! Boo! Flag on the play.
Ooh.
Flag on the play.
Let me hit you guys with this one, man. Let me hit you with this guy. The Chief.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Robert Parrish.
Yes, sir.
Boston Celtics.
Yes, sir. You shocked me, Mike Jones. I thought when you went Duke, I was at least thought you was gonna say Grant Hill. Come on, man.
Oh man, I had to throw a wrench in there, man. But look, it's so many big men that
Oh, absolutely.
you know, they was not gonna let you, especially back in the day, they was not gonna let you put that ball in the hole.
Oh, absolutely not. They was not gonna let you do it easily. No, no, no.
You know another guy we didn't bring up? Jermaine O'Neal.
Oh, yes, sir.
Jermaine O'Neal was a great shot blocker.
Oh, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Great shot blocker.
Your boy at Indiana was a great shot blocker. Rick Smits.
Yeah, Smith was. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
You know, I'm shocked you guys didn't say the Diesel.
Oh, Shaq, man, come on, man.
The
How did
Diesel
we?
is a gimme,
How
dude.
do we?
That's a
Mike
that's a
Jones,
gimme.
how do we forget about the
I don't know
Diesel,
how we
man?
forgot about him.
Shaq,
Oh
forgive
no,
us, man, but we didn't know what we was doing.
right. Can't forget the Diesel now.
Shaq, forgive us, man.
Oh man.
Cannot
Man.
forget the Diesel, dude.
We got to end on that note, man, because we slept on Shaq.
Man, can't
right.
forget the big boy.
No, we can't. Fellas, it's been a real one, man. We've talked about it. Until the next time, 234 Sports Talk. You can catch us right here on YouTube. You can catch us on TikTok. You can catch us on Instagram. You can catch us on the X. We want you to comment, want you to like, want you to subscribe. We want to hear from you. Till the next time, we are out. Peace.
Peace.